hotel sector faces first price drop in 4 years. Thailand's hotel industry is experiencing its first decline in room rates in 4 years, driven by a sharp drop in Chinese and Asian tourists. To maintain occupancy, operators are increasingly offering promotions, despite stronger arrivals from Europe and India. A sector under pressure after 4 years of growth. According to TRIS Rating, a Thai credit rating agency, the hotel industry is under pricing pressure for the first time after 4 consecutive years of growth. Since 2021, average room rates nearly doubled, but the recent decline in Chinese and other Asian tourists is now reversing this trend. Asian arrivals fall, weakening tourism. In its latest industry spotlight, TRIS forecasts 33.1 million tourist arrivals in Thailand this year, with major Asian markets slowing, particularly China, Malaysia, and South Korea. India emerges as a key market. The decline is partially offset by surging arrivals from India, now among Thailand's top 5 source markets. Over 15 Indian cities offer direct flights to Bangkok and Phuket. During the first 34 weeks of 2025, Thailand welcomed 21.4 million tourists, a 7% drop year-on-year. European and U.S. tourists support demand. Long-haul markets performed better, arrivals rose 7.4% from the US and 15.6% from Europe. This helped Thailand remain, for the second year in a row, the most searched summer destination for Europeans on Agoda. Border tensions and consumer caution pose risks. TRIS warned that the ongoing border dispute with Cambodia could harm both domestic and international tourism if prolonged. Hotel occupancy peaked in 2024, surpassing pre-pandemic levels. But the momentum is unlikely to continue in 2025, as lower tourist arrivals and consumer caution offset domestic travel growth. Operators are lowering rates to defend market share, and TRIS expects occupancy to remain stable or fall slightly this year. The post-pandemic boom, fueled by pent-up demand and strong domestic travel, is now fading due to weak international arrivals, especially from China, while hotel supply continues to grow. Competition is particularly intense in Bangkok's high-end hotels, which increasingly rely on unadvertised promotions and selective rate cuts to sustain occupancy in the low season. Chinese tourists look elsewhere. TRIS projects Chinese arrivals will fall to 4.6 million this year, down from 6.7 million in 2024, a 35% drop in the first 7 months. More Chinese tourists are choosing Japan, where arrivals jumped nearly 70% thanks to the weak yen and proximity. Vietnam is also booming, with Chinese arrivals up 78%. If Chinese arrivals fail to rebound after the October Golden Week holidays, it may signal a permanent shift in travel preferences, TRIS warned. RevPAR declines, outlook for 2025 darkens. Maybank Securities, Thailand, expects revenue per available room, RevPAR, among 7 listed hotel operators to fall 3% year-on-year in Q3, after a 5% decline in Q2. Analyst Bunyakorn Mornsank predicts negative RevPAR in Q4, pressured by weak regional demand and rising supply, especially in Bangkok, plus 7% year-on-year. Toward a new balance. Between falling Chinese arrivals, growing Indian demand, and long-haul support, Thailand's tourism sector faces a new reality, one that ends the post-COVID boom and requires adjustment to a shifting global travel landscape. Thailand restricts medical cannabis to 5 conditions. Thailand has moved to strictly regulate cannabis use, limiting it to just 5 medical conditions: insomnia, chronic pain, migraines, Parkinson's disease, and anorexia. Only licensed doctors or pharmacists can issue prescriptions. Strict medical framework. On September 1, the Ministry of Traditional and Alternative Medicine announced cannabis buds may only be legally used by patients with these 5 conditions, and only with a medical prescription. The 5 approved conditions: insomnia, chronic pain, migraine, Parkinson's disease, anorexia. Prescriptions and regulation. Prescriptions are valid for a maximum of 30 days, and cannabis buds can only be sold in authorized stores. Yet, loopholes remain. In Bangkok, some users report being able to buy a consumption card for 300 baht, about €8, without medical proof or a doctor's consultation. Vendors must source cannabis only from certified farms and are prohibited from selling online, through vending machines, or via advertising. To oversee compliance, the government launched named Connect, a platform that manages prescriptions, patient records, supply distribution, and lists of approved outlets. A law still subject to change. The regulations could evolve if Anyutin Charnvirakul, leader of the Bum Jaithai party and architect of cannabis decriminalization in 2022, becomes Prime Minister. As Health Minister, he spearheaded the reform that made Thailand the first Asian country to legalize cannabis, a move celebrated for its economic potential but criticized for its social impact. Today, Anyutin remains one of the top contenders for the premiership. People's Party holds key to Thailand's next Prime Minister. The opposition People's Party now holds decisive power in selecting Thailand's 32nd Prime Minister. The choice lies between candidates from the Pheu Thai Party and the Bum Jaithai Party. Although an agreement was rumored to back Anyutin Charnvirakul, leader of Bum Jaithai, the final decision was postponed and will be announced on Wednesday, September 3. Decision deferred to Executive Committee. On September 2, the People's Party caucus ended without resolution, sending the issue to its Executive Committee for a final ruling. Pakarnwat Udampapatskul, opposition leader, told reporters. No decision has been made today. We listened to MPs and consulted with our 100,000 members. Tomorrow's executive meeting will decide. The party insists any prime minister it supports must dissolve parliament and amend the constitution, while reaffirming it will remain in opposition. Focus on dissolution of parliament. We are not choosing the best prime minister, we are choosing one who will dissolve parliament and pave the way for constitutional reform, said Pakarnwat. Rumors that the party had already decided to back Anyutin were dismissed as false. Party spokesman Parit Watrasindhu emphasized that the decision involves all sections of the party and that its stance on rapid dissolution and elections remains unchanged. Deep distrust of both camps. The People's Party has expressed mistrust toward both Pheu Thai and Bum Jaithai. We do not trust either side. We are designing the strictest decision-making process possible to control a minority government and ensure promises are kept, said Parit. 3 conditions for support. The party set 3 strict conditions for supporting any prime minister. Dissolve parliament within 4 months of the policy declaration. Hold a referendum to draft a new constitution by elected drafters, after the general election. Stay in opposition and refuse all ministerial posts, to fully monitor the government. Pressure on the interim government. The party also criticized interim Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai for not clarifying his position on dissolution, warning that clinging to office until terms end is against the public interest. By September 2, some 20,000 party members had submitted opinions, with 80,000 still under consultation. The kingmaker role. The People's Party denied rumors of a secret meeting with Anyutin, stressing that all updates would come from official channels. With its conditions and opposition stance, the party has become the ultimate kingmaker. Its decision on September 3 will shape not only the next prime minister but also Thailand's institutional future.